So the meeting for tonight for the Design Review Commission is now in session.
Can we have a roll call?
Can we have roll call, please?
Thank you, Vice Chair. Commissioner Case,
Here.
Commissioner Riley,
Here.
Vice Chair Basting.
Here.
Chair Newsom is on vacation, I believe, and we have a quorum.
Great. So are there any items on consent?
There should be on the agenda, there should be the adoption of meeting minutes for September 4th, November 20th, and December 4th of 2024.
I can make a motion that we adopt the meeting minutes.
I second that motion.
Okay. Roll call. Commissioner Case,
Yes.
Commissioner Riley.
Yes.
Vice Chair Basting.
Yes.
Okay, so let's see, that motion carries. Okay. Just moving right along. Ayes 3-0, action approved. Okay.
Are there any public communications for items not on the agenda this evening? Okay, seeing none. Are there any ex parte communications that any of the commissioners needs to report on?
No.
Okay, thank you. So now shall we begin the public hearing?
Yes, staff has a presentation. Good evening, Design Review Commissioners. My name is Stephen Cook, and I am an assistant planner with the city's Community Development Department. Before you tonight is a proposed amendment to the Master Sign Program for the John Muir Medical Campus located at 177 La Casa Villa. The project is designated as application number Y25031. For some site context, the parcel is located along La Casa Villa, as highlighted in blue on the vicinity map. The site contains an existing 3-story medical office building, which houses the Hoffman Cancer Center. This site is a part of the larger plan development that makes up the John Muir Medical Campus. In 2022, the Design Review Commission approved an amendment to the Master Sign Program to include the new medical building on the project site. That approval included several exceptions to the city's sign ordinance, such as several skyline signs, freestanding signs, and increases in the overall sign area. Since the most recent approval, the applicant is requesting a further amendment to the Master Sign Program with a few updates, and I'll walk you through those changes, beginning with the proposal to modify the existing entry wall signage. Under the previous approval, the signs were labeled Outpatient Center and Cancer Center. The applicant now proposes to replace those with the donor name, Hoffman Cancer Center. Each sign will measure 13.5 square feet and will feature facelit, internally illuminated channel letters in the color black with a 2-inch deep aluminum return. Before and after renderings along with their corresponding locations are included in the slide for your reference. An additional skyline sign is being proposed, which will also feature the donor's name. This sign will measure 28 square feet, and like the others, will use facelit, internally illuminated channel letters in the color black with 4-inch deep aluminum returns. While the city sign ordinance limits the heights to 25 feet, the proposed sign reaches approximately 27 feet at its highest point, and as such, approval will require the Design Review Commission to make several specific findings, including that 1, the good design criteria is required for a higher sign. 2, that the businesses identified by the sign occupies all floor space adjacent to the wall where the sign's being placed. And 3, that this higher sign enhances the building's architectural appearance. While staff is confident that the DRC can make the necessary findings, there is some concern about the potential visual impact on nearby residences, especially those directly oriented in the direction of the skyline sign. And to address potential nighttime lighting impacts on nearby residences, staff has included a condition on the draft resolution that restricts illumination between 10 p.m. and 6 a.m. daily. To summarize the proposed amendments to the master sign program, first, the applicant's again requesting to modify the 2 existing entry wall signs to integrate the donor's name. 2, the skyline sign will also include the donor's name. And 3, to increase the total allowable sign area from 530 to 567 square feet for the 177 La Casa Via parcel. So CEQA section, the CEQA exemption guidelines under section 15301, existing facilities, is recommended for this project. Staff recommends the Design Review Commission to move to adopt the resolution approving the Master Sign Program amendment for 177 La Casa Via at the John Muir Medical Campus, subject to the conditions of approval contained therein. And that concludes the presentation for tonight. Staff is available for any questions, and furthermore, the applicant is also present and available for any questions you may have. Thank you.
Do we have any questions?
I don't have questions of staff, but I might have a question of the applicant. Okay, so my question is of the applicant, did you consider the conflict with the potential nearby residences with the lighting that says the Hoffman Cancer Center? And are you okay with that limited schedule? And based on your opinion of that light illumination, do you think it's going to be an issue?
So there's currently an address, a building address that's also similarly illuminated. It's same exact fabrication, same details. It's just the 177 address. So the idea is that this sign would be the same illumination levels. And in the past couple of years, so far we haven't heard any complaints from the neighbors. And so the intent was to match that illumination and then shut it off at 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. per the recommendation. And so that shouldn't be an issue because it is an outpatient facility, and the hours are limited to regular business hours. And so there's no need to search for it in the middle of the night as a destination.
Right.
Could you state your name for the record?
Oh, sorry. This is Nikki San Miguel. I'm the applicant.
I'm sorry.
Nikki San Miguel with Clear Story. I'm the applicant.
Okay, that was my primary question. I'll let you guys go and see if something floats up.
So I'm wondering, will outpatient center be anywhere on the building anymore, or will it just be the donor's name?
There is no longer going to be an outpatient center as a destination within the building. Everything is either identifying the Bering Pavilion as a building and then the Hoffman Cancer Center as a sub-destination within the Bering Pavilion.
So I guess I don't really understand. So there won't be any signage saying that there are outpatient services on the exterior of the building?
So the outpatient specialty center was intended to be a separate entrance from the cancer center entrance, and now that the cancer center services are expanding and very prevalent in the building, it's become the dominant service, and so there isn't a need to call out the 2 separate centers anymore. It's just the cancer center, which also has outpatient services included. So the intent was just to streamline all wayfinding to one destination, which is the cancer center, instead of having to try to parcel out patients to an outpatient specialty center versus a cancer center.
Will there still be blood draws and those types, imaging, those types of things happening within that building not related to the cancer center?
Correct, there will be, but the majority of the services are cancer services.
Okay. Thank you.
Any more questions?
Do you have any more questions?
I just wanted to ask, since it is creating a couple of these exceptions, like it's a little bit higher and it's a little more square footage, did you guys study what it would look like to stay within those parameters?
So we did study it at the original application, and when we looked at it at the lower levels under the 25 feet, it was either obscured by tree lines or the canopies obscured the visibility to the sign. And so based on that precedence, we wanted to align the signs so they have this consistent datum line, and it's just more architecturally similar. And then in terms of square footage, the size, we're aligning architecturally to the width of the windows. And so you can see like it's very intentional. And so that's the size that we're trying to work with and just make it look as architecturally intentional as possible.
Okay. Those are my questions.
My question is, you're leaving the other signs intact, correct? And then you're changing the one that says Cancer Center to include the sponsor's name, Hoffman?
Not entirely. We are taking down all the cancer center letters and the outpatient center letters on the canopy because to drop in the new message, you have to, there's going to be holes that are going to result. And so there's going to be some metal facade that's going to need to be replaced as a result. So even though the message is just expanding by adding the donor's name, the Hoffman name, technically we have to put in a brand new sign.
Okay.
Thank you, Commissioners.
So if there are no more questions, would close the public hearing and move to comments.
Oh, public comments.
Are there any public comments? Okay, seeing none. Do the commissioners have comments?
So my only hesitancy, I think that lighting looks good and all of the other adjustments, and I understand it's a excuse me, large building and clear signage is really important. As someone who uses this facility and my family uses this facility, I think that it will be confusing if it just says the Hoffman Cancer Center on it and doesn't state that there are outpatient services there. I know that that is probably out of the range of this meeting, but I do know that for anybody going to do blood work or going to get imaging, it could be confusing if there's no signage saying this is the building you would go in to get that work done. There's already multiple buildings on that John Muir campus, and so it's just getting more and more difficult to find where you need to go. And so losing that simple sign, I think, might make it a little bit more confusing for people.
Thank you.
I feel like the criteria that we were charged with making sure met, some of the exceptions was met. I feel like it aligns better with the architecture, and I am imagining it needs a little more square footage because it's a longer word. And I took a look at the other signs and stuff in the packet, and it seems pretty consistent with like the family of signs going on there. So in that vein, I think it's, I would like to trust that you guys know the directional signage that's necessary better than I would. So I think, design review wise, it looks good.
Okay, thank you. I have no further comments. Does anyone want to make a motion?
I liked the suggestion for the timing of the light, so I want to make sure that's part of the condition of approval, which I think you guys already requested. But other than that, I say we approve as recommended in the staff report.
I second. Make a motion?
That was
Okay.
That was it.
that.
That was it. There it is.
Okay, yeah.
So to be clear, was there a condition about the timing? There is?
Yeah, there's.
Yeah,
Yeah, so it's
Okay.
already in
it's
there.
already in
Great.
there.
Okay, great. Let's see, Commissioner Case.
Yes.
Commissioner Riley?
Yes.
Vice Chair Basing.
Yes.
We have a motion passed.
Yay. Okay, since that was the only item on the agenda, do either of the commissioners have any other considerations?
Nope.
All right. Are there any staff reports or announcements?
Do you have a schedule by any chance? No, that's all right, that's all right. We have some staffing issues, and we had an item, I believe, for the next meeting, which I think was the
The 6th. August 6th.
Yeah. August 6th.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, August 6th. But that item got moved, and I think we're going to have some staffing issues that day, so we'll likely cancel that meeting, but
Okay,
Okay.
more to come on that.
okay,
All right,
Otherwise, that's
thank
all I
you.
got. No.
great.
All right. No other comments? This meeting is adjourned.